I suppose in the sense that the bolder you are to answer, the bolder you are to speak up, the more you get attention. The quiet kids that sit in class not saying much may get less attention. In that sense I would agree, but let's take it that you completed school and you've completed university. Do I think that extroverts have the edge? They might have the edge in getting someone's attention simply because they're louder, but I don't think that really means that extroverts are better suited to success. It might be true in certain work types, but my opinion, I don't think so. I always wanted to fly aircraft, and by the age of 21 I'd already done my Air Force training and had already then failed at that as well, meaning I had 250 hours of flying, but I wasn't going to get my wings, and that was sort of the pinnacle of my dream as a child. So by 21 it was sort of all over, but I'd flown propeller and jet aircraft. Did introversion play any role in that? Maybe a little, but not very much. I certainly went through a phase as a child and to a degree as an adult where I have a hesitance to speak up. For instance, I don't complain about food in restaurants. If a dish comes along and it's not up to standard, that's okay, I'll still eat it. It's not a big deal, we move on with life. I'm not going to throw up a big fuss about things that really don't matter. Whereas if I bought something which I staked a high requirement of quality on it, like maybe some model kit which I needed to be a high quality model kit, and I got a junky one, well then I don't accept the junky one, I need the high quality one. So I suppose it depends on exactly what we're talking about. But I think during the childhood phase, the unwillingness to engage with someone in authority, the unwillingness to contradict someone, the unwillingness to get shouted at, those sort of things held me back from voicing my opinions and taking a stand on things in those years. Whether or not that would have gotten me anywhere, debatable. Well, I mean, the big difference between introvert and extrovert is where we gain our energy. So when I come into my sanctuary and I'm not engaging with anyone in any conversation at all, your energy levels just start picking up. Your brain is set free to think and do and whatever. I mean, whether it be busy with a hobby, reading, whatever the case, you're gaining back internal energy. Whereas sitting in a room chatting to 4 people, you're gradually depleting energy. So what goes on is whatever makes me happy. The introvert is going to do any number of things that just bring them joy. I mean, it might even be just listening to music, browsing through their music collection, checking through their collection of books from their favorite author, browsing for a missing book in the collection, or like me, most commonly building my models. You sort of can get into a bit of a zone, which I often call alpha state, and I think it is termed that anyway, where you sort of totally zone out. Time passes pretty fast. You're totally busy, you're totally absorbed with this very interesting task that you're busy with, and you just never want it to end. There have been times when I've read a paperback from morning till night, day after day, not getting tired of that at all, totally getting into the book. My interests led me to choose my hobby, whether or not I was introvert or extrovert, or does my hobby appeal more to introverts? Maybe a little. I mean, I certainly knew I was an introvert as a child. It was fairly obvious that I was very quiet, but there were kids in my class who did it, and they weren't quiet kids. They also built models. So I don't think being introvert alone determined any of that. Did it play a role in choosing my career path? No, not at all. And just about everything that I've taken part in could easily have been taken up by extroverts as well. Any hobbies, activities, career paths, jobs that I've done for short periods, all of that was not really required to be an introvert to do that, though I'm sure an extrovert would get a bit bored in some of the quiet environments. I don't know that a single introvert and a single extrovert are going to work that well together. If you rather said a team of introverts and a team of extroverts, each doing jobs that are fairly suited to their particular skills, yes. I don't think that introverts alone or extroverts alone would run anything particularly well. So do I think that both of them together would do a better job? Yes, just not one each. Well, any job that requires a person to sit and concentrate alone for long periods and achieve a great amount of thinking or brainstorming result, I think is an introvert thing. Extroverts may do better in brainstorming, where a lot of people are all giving opinions and so on, but where a single person needs to disseminate a lot of information, I think introverts are definitely better at that. So I suppose any area where that is a requirement, any job where being on your own, not speaking to people a lot of information to process, might be a better introvert thing. Some introverts, and I'm certainly one of them, can interact with a number of people, 4 or 5, probably not a whole lot more than 4 or 5, and have good long chats. So I might display a bit more extroversion. I don't know that I know extroverts that suddenly behave very quietly and don't mix with people. I don't really know any like that.